two-time NBA champion, also two-time Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard is expected to be courted by a lot of teams as he is a free agent. You know, you get to be free maybe once, twice in your career. You want to be courted. You want to see that people want you, that you're loved. And also with the injury to Kevin Durant right now, many would argue that Kawhi Leonard is the best forward available. You know, and he's a two-way player as well. So you're getting a guy that can change your franchise on both ends of the court. Literally just took a Toronto Raptors team that many would argue didn't have the most talented roster to the NBA Finals and won a ring. And I know the Warriors were depleted, whatever. Kawhi still had to get that team over the hump. And he did deliver a championship for the city of Toronto. Now he's going into free agency with a lot of big-time decisions to make. Here's what we know. Kawhi Leonard has about 4 to 5 meetings scheduled. All right, he is meeting with the Toronto Raptors. He is meeting with the Los Angeles Clippers. He is meeting with the New York teams. I'm guessing the Los Angeles Lakers will squeeze a meeting in there. Not 100% sure about that. Dallas has been reported to get a meeting out of Kawhi Leonard. That's just a report. I can't say that's true. The Brooklyn Nets, though, for sure. So the Nets, the Knicks, the Clippers, and the Raptors for sure will get meetings, with the Lakers and Mavericks kind of out on the outside looking in, possibly could squeeze a meeting out of Kawhi Leonard. I do know this. Kawhi Leonard's meeting with the Los Angeles Clippers is set in stone on July 2nd. So you can't expect Kawhi Leonard to make a decision before the 2nd. He's not going to make that decision on, free agency starts a little early this year. It starts at 6 p.m. June 30th. He won't make that decision on June 30th, and he won't make it on the 1st. He's going to for sure give the Clippers a meeting no matter what. That is where I expect Kawhi Leonard to end up with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's going to give them their meeting no matter what. So don't expect this Kawhi Leonard decision to happen anything before the July 2nd, July 3rd. That's when his meeting is set with the Clippers. But Kawhi has put it out in the atmosphere. If he feels comfortable with one team, whether it's the Clippers or whether it's the Nets or the Raptors, he's not going to egg teams on. That's one thing that his representation wanted to put out in the atmosphere. They're not just going to meet with teams just to be meeting with teams just to feel good about himself and his team, right? He's going to make a decision when it feels right. And if the Clippers feel right on July 2nd, Kawhi's going to make his decision on July 2nd. If it's July 3rd, I'm not sure when he's meeting with the Knicks. If he feels great about that decision on July 3rd, he'll be a Knick. He'll be a Net. Right now, I think the Clippers are in the driver's seat to get Kawhi Leonard. That's been my stance for months now. I believe Ballmer has had this thing under wraps for months now. I just think what complicates things a little bit is what Kawhi just accomplished with the Toronto Raptors. And the Raptors, Masai Ujiri, who's just committed to staying in Toronto for the foreseeable future, I think they made it a little bit difficult for Kawhi winning the championship. And not only winning the championship, you had to go through some real moments. The game-winning shot to beat the Philadelphia 76ers, coming back from down 2-0 to beat Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks, right? They've had some real moments in the postseason that you're growing with your guys, right? The Fred VanVleets of the world, the Kyle Lowrys of the world. These guys have become friends. And I think it's kind of complicated things for Kawhi Leonard. He's a loyal dude. What it do, baby? He's a loyal guy. Like, Danny Green's a friend of his. And I do believe the Raptors would bring back Danny Green, Marc Gasol and company if they could get a commitment out of Kawhi Leonard, for the foreseeable future. I wouldn't rule out Kawhi Leonard signing a 1-year deal to stay with Toronto just to kind of play it out. Tell the Clippers, y'all might have to wait on me for 1 more year. I got some unfinished business here in Toronto. With the NBA landscape changed, with obviously the Golden State Warriors going down and expected to be hurt going into next season and into the playoffs, if I'm Kawhi Leonard, I might want to give it a shot one more time in the East. I know I could get to the finals until Giannis develops a jump shot. I know I could get past the Bucks. Maybe I get to the finals. Maybe the Lakers are there. The Rockets are there. Kawhi's probably looking at those teams like, I could lock LeBron up. I could lock Harden up. I could do that. I could maybe win back-to-back championships. So I do think that the Raptors have a slim shot at re-signing their guy. More of a shot than I would have said 3 weeks ago with that championship coming in town. But the Clippers are more times than not going to get Kawhi Leonard. And we'll see what happens. But he is expected to meet with about 4 or 5 teams, with the Lakers and Mavs outside looking in for a meeting. Again, that Clippers meeting is July 2nd. That's where I think things pick up. I think July 3rd, Kawhi Leonard might make his decision to join the Los Angeles Clippers. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
All the kids, they are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Taliaferro.
Mr. Taliaferro. Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.